Hey everybody, this is Dr. J, Professor Omar Kamal in the upper right hand corner, Professor Spike, streaming live from Long Island, New York, where it's a pretty nice day today, a little windy but warm.
It's summer.
Summer again.
Indian summer, right?
So today was a day to recoup for some of the losses from the 2 days prior.
Hey,
I
did anybody sell their Amazon like I did, or trim
no,
Amazon because it's so high?
I held
You're holding,
yeah, that's why I recouped my losses today because of Amazon.
right? I something tells me that that we can get it at a bargain price in about 3 months.
I'm really
I might
happy.
be wrong. I've been wrong.
I'm really happy I took my SMCI medicine when it was in the 40s.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, exactly. We made culpa. We're paying
Yeah,
by continually hemorrhaging money.
And
yeah. Uh,
by Omar and I continually reminding you.
no, Dr. J, and the worst of that, if you remember, we said sell it by Dell.
Yeah,
So by Dell, that's what you said. That's right.
Yeah, and
Dell,
look now at Dell. It's
Dell,
just
what was Dell, 100 at that time?
I don't know. It was lower than what it is now.
Yeah,
What
it
is
is. It was lower than it is
I
now.
think it's
Dell's been doing
Oh,
very
way
well.
lower.
I
Yeah.
kept saying if you want to buy a server company, buy Dell. You don't buy SMCI. I remember saying it over and over again. But it's too late now. If you're in it, I think 21 is 5 point. So
But
let's. I'm gonna
Super Micro, yeah. I mean, it's 26 now.
show the chart on SMCI and why I think
Mhm.
21 makes sense
Okay.
as a
I'm,
number.
ha- I'm happy I got rid of Novus.
Then I'll then
It's
I'll then
down.
I'll then I'll turn the charting over to someone
You
else.
got rid of a Novus? Why? Oh, yeah.
I
You
sold it
actually
at
made a little bit of a profit.
1021. 10, yeah, I made a little bit of profit. 1021 I sold it. Now it's about 9.
Yeah.
Here I have the weekly on SMCI, and you see the big red candle.
You're gonna
I
have to
don't
show
see
your
anything.
screen.
I only see you and the guys. I don't
You're
see
gonna
any
have to
chart.
show your screen.
I didn't share my screen. Minor problem. Now let me get to SMCI. You see the big red candle. That was a big drop from like close to 50 to where we are today. And that's on top of the previous drops ever since the news broke when it was in I think it was in the 40s already. When the
Right.
news broke, it was about 40 something. Maybe it was 50. I don't remember exactly the day the news broke. Maybe this candle represents it up here. Probably
Yeah. No, the
64.
first. That's right. It was back there.
Yeah,
We had
so
we had an opportunity back there to take a big loss.
yeah, this is weekly. So I don't know how many weeks ago that was.
No,
But
that's
So right now where it's sitting, there's multiple hits where it's sitting today.
I went back to the 2 years to January 21st of 23. We had made a low for the month of January at $7.43. So my feeling is the 200 moving average on the weekly is at 2161. I would not think about getting in until it bounces off of that. If it goes through it, forget it. So I want to see it go to 20, hit the moving average, take a positive bounce, and then you want to gamble. I don't think they're going out of business. This is not an end run. So as down as I was on this, I'm not that down anymore. At some point, it becomes a buy.
Hmm.
But where it's sitting
That's the
right now,
200.
isn't it hitting? There's multiple hits where it's sitting right now.
That's correct. If you look at the weekly, there's many hits right where it is now.
Right.
But I think it could go lower than that. I mean, you want to gamble at this point, fine. The thing is, it could be another shoe to drop. It's one. It's one. I mean, two shoes dropped already, right? Three. The Hindenburg report, the SEC.
Right, which was easy to discount, Dr. J. You know that because Hindenburg hits everybody.
Then there was the SEC DOJ inquiry.
Right, that was the killer.
And then there was the Ernst and Young bailing.
Yeah, that was just recently. That's this one here, right?
So that's three.
You're right. There were 3 strikes. You're right.
3 shoes to drop. I think there may be more. I mean, it could go all the way back to 7 because back in January of 23, it was 740 something, and I think they were probably cheating then too. Who's to say when the cheating began? So it's not quite an
There
end
was
run.
no cheating at all, but
It's not quite an end run, but it's close. Once Ernst and Young bailed, forget it. That's the nail in the
I know
coffin.
once you lose your auditors, you're in trouble. I know.
Yeah, it's the nail in the coffin. What do you guys think?
I was just hoping for a survival, that it would just come back and crawl back because of its position in the market.
Well, it's hard to be objective when you're holding it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. Yep. But I think I agree with you, Dr. J. You know, you watch how it acts when it gets to 200-week moving average, and then from there you decide.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to just buy as soon as it touches. I want to rebound.
Yeah, you want to see a real bounce. I got you.
A confirmation candle, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
And if it goes right through it, then $10 is probably the next target.
Right.
It's likely in a 7.
Then, like,
well, but I mean, is Nvidia going to stop selling chips to them?
no, they're not going to stop selling them. But Dell is eating their lunch, so
Right.
Dell is still a good buy especially because of this. IBM also.
Yeah, no, I haven't touched my IBM.
I added some.
Which is, I've been taking profits this week. I've not touched
my IBM. I did not add to my Dell. I didn't do it in time. That's why. The only thing I did lately is, foolishly, I bought some TLT. It's down today. And did I take a position in Target? I was going to, but I didn't. I added to Mankind today. From time to time, I add to Mankind. It's like a routine thing.
Gotcha. Now, what's your problem with Target?
I didn't pull the trigger. I had the order and I just didn't pull the trigger. I don't know why.
We were talking about that last week, even.
Yeah, I had the order in this morning to buy Target, and I wasn't going to sell Walmart. I made up my mind. Gotcha. I said I should sell half, but I changed my mind. I'm holding Walmart.
Okay.
So what I say on the show, I mean, it's subject to change. I don't always go through it exactly what I think, what I verbalize, because I'm like Trump. I think out loud. You know what I mean?
Only pure thoughts, I'd hope.
I mean, Trump didn't really mean to drink, bleach, did he?
Oh, the bleach remark? No, that should be discounted.
He even said, "I'm thinking out loud."
No, shining an electric light up your butt. That's different.
He thinks out loud on TV and in front of millions of people.
It's a luxury. It's an indulgence that not everybody gets.
I can't even think out loud on this show.
It's true.
That's fine. Well, that's the best line you came up with.
He happens to be 100% right.
All right, Omar, your turn.
I have nothing.
We'll just go through the spiders and Bitcoin then.
Okay. What am I in?
And MicroStrategy.
Well, actually, I do want to put out there whether or not it makes
Sorry
sense.
about the Yanks, but I got my Knicks shirt on.
Yeah. Does it make sense? I mean, did I make a bonehead move by trimming my Amazon today?
I don't think so. Yes, I think it was a mistake. I think it's going higher.
It's likely.
I got my Yankee hat.
There you go.
You were talking about TLT, Dr. J. It's very concerning.
And why is that?
What's concerning?
TLT.
TLT.
TLT. I broke.
Yeah, I don't like the way it behaved today at all.
All right, I'll
At
take
all.
my loss.
I don't blame you.
One more loss.
Yeah, me too. This one, I'm scratching it completely.
I was buying it on your say so at 92.
Well,
Was very strong.
rates went down first thing this morning when the news came out about jobs.
Yeah, the job. I don't
And
know
so I
what
thought we were turning a corner.
So what's the thinking that the interest rates are going up?
it looks like. I don't know why. That's the problem.
Long term.
The news wasn't that striking.
I guess
No.
they figured the cuts will cause round two of inflation.
Yeah,
Right.
Can you look? Could you see in early July there is a gap, but I don't see it on this chart. I
for
see it on that
for
chart.
the problem
July.
of this
Do
problem
6 months. Do the 6 months. Click on the 6 months.
the problem of this the TLT. If you look here, there is a little pivot here, right? And we reversed. You see this green bar here.
Yeah.
That's some kind of reversal. Then you go back down, and when you have something like this, just get out
I
and
see.
then wait. Now, if we get above that, which is what 93.29, I will go, two fits in, all in. If we go above 93.29, but for now, it's bearish. It's
Yeah, you're
very
playing the
bearish.
momentum, and the momentum is not looking good for you now.
It's
Could you
very
look? There is that gap in July. You see it? No, that's too much. You had
Yeah, the
6
very beginning of July or the end of June.
Correct. Just click on 6 months.
Now, if I click, it's gonna go to hourly.
Okay, fine. Do you see that gap in early
Yeah,
July?
I see. See what you.
And it
Yeah.
filled it up. That's I just want to make that point. That's all.
Hmm.
That
Yeah, I
gap
can
got
see
filled
that.
up today.
Yeah, I can see that. It's
Interesting.
just,
A gap that old.
I mean, July. It's not that far out. It's 4 months ago.
Yeah, I guess.
what is that? 9061. Not completely filled, but it's I mean, you could say that. 90.
Again, that's the only
Yeah.
point I wanted to make.
So does that mean
0.2.
does that mean the gap in early October is a possibility? He says, crossing his fingers.
Filling the gap up. You mean right?
Yeah, gap up and well, there's
Yes.
another gap down actually that would catch it right. The gap,
I understand, but
the gap in early October.
yeah, that's the 200 roughly.
Yeah, exactly what 200 is.
Yeah. I'm thinking that it's gonna fill that. It's gonna go back up. That's what I'm thinking. I know it
From
looks
here,
very bearish right now.
the chart is bearish, not me.
I agree with that. I'm not
The
disagreeing.
thing is that, I mean, the thinking, I think I do think rates will go down, but the chart is not saying that. The chart is saying otherwise. And if you go to the 10-year, right? If you go to the 10-year here, you remember I said, you saw that line here, right? The neckline,
Mhm.
and now it just penetrated, and as long as this one holds, we're going up.
Okay.
At least for now.
So you think the 10-year has more room to grow?
Are you looking at IEF? Or are you looking at something else?
No, I'm just looking at the 10-year bonds, government bonds.
Okay, because I'm looking at IEF, and IEF doesn't have
Be
much
the other way.
shape.
Go the other way. IEF is bearish.
Yeah, IEF is looking exactly like TLT.
Yeah, but it's the inverse. It's
Right.
I'm looking at the rate.
Oh, you look at the rate. I'm
The
looking
interest rate. Yeah.
Right.
and the interest rate is closing above that neckline, and it's not really good for the bond bulls. So TLT.
Right.
Yeah. Another thing that I was looking at is the Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, we're just coming back to the that trend line to test it. Now this is the moment of truth. If we go below 67,500, very likely we're going to go down again.
It made a new all-time high though, right?
Not really. Almost there, and it's normal. I mean, for this pullback is normal. If you look at all-time high is 73, almost 800. We get to 73, 600.
Wow.
Yeah, it's normal. I mean, to pull back when you get near the all-time high, as long as this holds at least the 20-day moving average. So
Yeah.
it's I don't know. There are signs like today is the bottom in the market, but if we gap up Monday, like around 20 points, I would say yesterday was the bottom. But we could still go down.
I'm sure we're going to make new all-time highs before the end of the year. That's for sure.
I believe that too as well. But
Not necessarily on Bitcoin, but on the S&P. Bitcoin, yeah, I don't know.
So I'm still thinking that there will be a down day Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm with you. But I've been pessimistic since 2022.
because of the elections,
22 is a good time to be pessimistic.
Yeah, I know.
Correct.
That's why I've been pessimistic since then. I don't take failure very well.
no one does.
Yeah, no. Before the election, I mean, actually, I did hear somebody on CNBC debunking that whole, the betting game, the stock betting game on who's going to win. That they pretty much didn't do a good job predicting the last 4 elections.
Somebody bet 30 million on Trump.
Oh yeah.
Wow. What are you betting, guys?
You can bet it.
Yeah, because
What is your bet? What is your bet?
It's a casino.
No,
What is your bet?
an app. You can bet on an app called Kashri, I think.
Yeah.
No. What is your bet?
If you are to bet, how would you bet? That's
What is your bet?
You got to go with Kamala.
If you're giving me 2-1, I'm taking Kamala.
Not sentiment, wise.
No, not sentiment.
Okay.
But you got to figure that at some point,
Yeah.
people are going to start. They say they're voting with their wallets, but anybody who really knows where the money is and votes with their wallets going to want some form of stability.
Exactly.
And a president with Congress on the other side is going to be perfect.
Purely from a gambling point of view, now she's 2-1. I'm going with her.
Yeah. Also, I mean, if what do you think the market is gonna do if she wins?
What do I think the market will do? I think
The market will just stay the same. It'll be a yuan for them,
the market stay the same.
Senate switches.
I think it's gonna rally.
I think for the near term, the market will do whatever it's going to do for either candidate, about the same.
What most people would expect if Kamala wins, a lot of people expect the market to crash because that's the narrative they entertain right now.
That's ridiculous.
I disagree with that.
And I think the opposite is going to happen.
Right.
There is. Let me put it this way. There is 2 parties. Republican and Democrats. Republicans are louder, okay, but not necessarily more.
I really think the market's going up regardless of who wins.
I agree.
But just have the uncertainty taken care of.
Yeah, mainly
basically, my thinking is how people are going to receive the results after they are finalized. Are people going to be okay if Trump wins,
Right.
or are people going to be okay if Harris wins? Are we
don't
going to
think they
have
have
another
any choice.
January 6th? Are we going to have another issue like that?
We're not going to have a civil war. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
Well,
whole
I'm not
thing.
saying it's going to be a civil war, but there might be
Nah.
some unrest.
As long as
Yeah,
we don't
you
have
also
a
have to
civil
think of the
war, it's
following.
fine.
In terms of uncertainty, if Kamala wins, you're not going to have any kind of uncertainty. But even if Trump wins, it'll be uncertain. The uncertainty about who will win will be resolved, but the uncertainty associated with what he's going to do during his presidency will not be. So there'll
Yeah,
still be a fair amount of jitters, or you won't get that confident rally
of
that
course.
you would. Only because there's still whatever uncertainty will still remain until until we find out whether or not he's just going to spend his presidency on the golf course, one with better security.
And the problem is he's gonna spend it on Twitter, and then from one tweet to another, you're gonna get the market going up and down 100
Yeah.
points. That's the problem.
Right. That's why I'm thinking the people with real money aren't gonna waste it that way.
Is Elon going to get a position in the cabinet or something?
Yeah, he'll share an office with Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Is the health
And they'll call it a think tank.
Kennedy is going to be the health czar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
No
And
more.
we'll get to see Larry Kudlow again.
Omar like that. No more
I
vaccine.
like him. I like him. It's not about no more vaccines. No more 73 vaccines for a 2-year-old. I think that's a crime. I do believe that.
I agree. So
I mean,
Yeah,
you can vaccinate like up to 4 years or whatever. Why the heck do you not let a baby develop its immunity before putting all that junk in it? At least not before 2 years old.
how many shots did they get in Europe?
A lot less than that. A lot less than that. I don't think Americans are healthier than Europeans.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
The most medicated country in the world or people are Americans.
Yeah.
So Trump is not 2-1. He's only 3-2.
Okay.
3-2. Yeah. 66.
I'd still take those odds. If I were a gambling person.
You mean if they're calmly, you'd bet $2 to win 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not going to put money in this, it's too obscene.
Nah.
I put my vote in. That was enough.
Let's take a look at Mankind. I bought more today.
Mankind is just keep going up. I mean, it's really a good one. You see?
Yeah, a stalwart.
Yeah. Maybe this is a sign of a little pullback.
Yeah, I buy every dip on Mankind. I think it's going to 10 by the end of 25. It's not going to get me rich, but I'll take it.
Right.
I think NVIDIA is going to
beat the bank's investment.
Not NVIDIA. I think it's going to go to 200.
You think 200, Dr.
Yeah.
J?
Yeah.
NVIDIA?
Yeah. I think they're going to have blowout earnings.
When is their earnings?
20th.
The 20th.
Right.
November 20. Yeah, I mean it's still
actually I think
the
not
market.
that they're going to be blowout. I think they'll be okay, but not great. Only because what the other people are sort of like. Look what the other big 7 are doing. They're sort of like, yeah, we're good, but So why wouldn't NVIDIA say the same thing?
They played down a little bit the AI frenzy, I think.
CapEx spending is up, and going up.
But they did downplay a lot of it.
Yeah. Except Amazon. Amazon is a believer in generative AI.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting paid off on Amazon. I wouldn't think of selling any. I don't know why.
Well, you know why I'm here. I'm here so that everybody can do what I do, the opposite of what I do.
I think it's
That's my role in this whole thing.
250, but 50 points more.
Contrarian. Contrarian.
Listen, everybody, don't do what I do. Just
Look, unless Trump goes after Bezos, I don't know. You don't like him.
or if the liberals go after Bezos.
They don't like him either. Nobody
Yeah.
likes him.
Well,
Now,
after that whole wimp move.
now he made a lot of enemies. Everyone.
He's universally hated.
Yeah, that's a very bad move.
I guess he was jealous of Elon Musk being the only Bond villain in town.
Well, he's the second richest man in the world,
Right,
basically.
so he has to be the second most hated.
I don't think he cares.
Elon is number one, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking of adding some Tesla today, but then I remembered how much I despise Elon, so I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I really hate what he did with Twitter. He ruined Twitter.
And Lucid, which is supposed to be at least somebody in the industry, is still flailing.
Lucid, yeah. He's a genius, Musk. I guess he rubs me the wrong way.
I think he's too genius. That's the problem. Maybe, right?
Can you take a look at MicroStrategy?
Lucid, wow. It's mstr.
mstr,
yeah. It's still okay. It's just for now.
It's a big red candle.
It is. If you got one more like that, it's over.
Well,
And they came up with what, $21 billion offerings?
I think this is like a balloon ready to bust.
It could be. I mean, it's
I agree. I think it's
maybe that's why they pumped it up, because of that.
I don't know what's ringing. Something's ringing.
that was my
Something.
phone
Oh.
with
You
more
see,
spam calls. I've been getting spam all day today.
So I would be very leery if I owned MicroStrategy. Of course, my play, which I didn't enter,
It was to switch to IBIT.
buy puts on mstr and go long on IBIT.
I bet.
I think IBIT did okay today.
And you had what is that? A hut or something like that at one point.
IBIT is the ETF that tracks Bitcoin.
And how does sort of like Wolf, like TerraWolf?
I don't know what is the business of Wolf, anyways. What is it, guys?
Wolf is a Bitcoin miner.
Just a miner?
Mhm.
It does something else. I don't know.
No, I think it started to go up because they were thinking of leasing their servers or something like that for AI or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
The same is true with HUT.
The hat.
HUT and Wolf both have other business.
Yeah, Wolf. Yeah. This is what it is.
Yeah.
This looks good.
Yeah, so far, you'd expect a little pullback probably or breakout of this.
I used to own this when it was below $2, but I didn't keep it. I used to buy it and sell it, buy it. I
Yeah,
bought
you
it and
used
sold
to
it like
play the
maybe 20
channel.
times.
Looks like it's getting ready to be a buy again.
Right, exactly.
The 20-day moving average around here, around 6. What is that? 590.
Yes, yeah. During that last one, I was waiting for a hit for it to the solid line, and it never did.
Almost get a point anytime you buy it. If you're not greedy, you can make money.
Yeah, that smaller channel is definitely one to look at.
What about Dell? You said Dell did well, right?
I have to drop off, guys. So
All right.
have a nice weekend. Take care.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah.
Certainly on an upswing.
It is certainly an uptrend. And usually when you have this third wave like this, so we have one, let me just show it here. Right, we have one here, another one. Usually third one runs fast. We are right there.
My target on Dell is 150.
Easy, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
150,
Well, if
yeah.
you said this is going to take the place of SMCI,
Oh,
I think-
easy.
It already has.
right?
So final thoughts, gentlemen, before we say ciao?
I'm with Kamal in that I think Monday and Tuesday are going to be dead days because everybody's just going to be like, holding powder.
Short term short. SPXU.
No, I wasn't doing. I was just the ones I already own. I'm just holding them and not selling
That's
those.
all my final thought.
I hope we gap up a little bit to Monday, and I think probably the bottom is in, and we go to 6,000. Yeah.
Wow.
My final thought is chip away, buy your little mankind on dips.
That's
That's
not
what
bad.
I can't go wrong to saying what I've been doing. That's always your own due diligence, right? And don't believe us.
Don't do what I do.
Do your work.
With your advisor and all that. Adios, amigos, and
Bye.
Ciao, guys. Bye.
Bye.